So now we will see for of loop in JavaScript. So guys, basically the JavaScript for of statement loops through the values of an iterable object, and this we are going to check with the help of examples as well. It lets you to loop over iterable data structures such as arrays, strings, maps, node list, and many more. So guys, as you can see, this is the syntax over here. We use the for keyword, and then inside the open and close parenthesis, in this case, first of all we have the variable inside which the value of the iterable object will be provided, and then we have the of keyword over here, and then we have the iterable in this case. So guys, basically iterable is nothing but the name of the array for which we want to loop through the elements inside this particular array, and the first element of this particular array will be assigned to this particular variable at the first instance, and then when the control flow comes back again over here to the for loop, then the second element will be assigned to this variable, and so on every time depending on the number of elements inside this particular array. The variable will be having one item at a time, and that particular item can be used inside the code block, that is within the open and close curly braces over here of the for of loop in this case. So guys, let us check this with the help of examples in VS Code over here. So simply we are going to create a new file this time. So we have the for of loop.js file over here. Now guys, inside this file what we will do is, first of all we will take the example of an array, and then we will take the example of a string as well. So let us define the array over here. So we have the let keyword followed by the arr, which will define the array in this case. So guys, let us say we have the 5 numbers, that is 1 2 3 4 5, and we want to access all these numbers over here by using the for of loop. So what we will do is, over here we will use the for keyword. So as you can see, we have the for of emmet abbreviation over here that is provided by the VS Code. So simply we are going to select this emmet abbreviation, that is for of loop in this case. So first of all we have the const keyword, and then we have the iterator variable over here. So guys, every time the object will provide one item to the iterator, and that iterator can be used inside this particular for loop in this case. Now guys, what is that object this time? So over here we have defined the array, that is arr. So simply we are going to provide this particular array over here. So we have the for keyword followed by the open and close parenthesis, inside which we have this iterator in the form of a constant, and then we have the of keyword followed by the array object this time. So guys, basically for the first iteration we will have this number, that is 1 over here inside this iterator constant. So what we can do is, simply we can have the log statement over here, and then we can print this particular element. So let us say we provide iterator as the element in this case. So let us see what will be the output over here. Let me just save this file now and try running this code over here on the terminal. So we use the node command followed by the name of the JavaScript file over here. So as you can see, we are getting all the elements, that is 1 2 3 4 5. So guys, in this way simply you can use the for of loop for a specific array in order to access all the elements of that particular array. And if you notice that each time the iterator is getting printed over here, it is printing the elements of this particular array. Now guys, what is the difference between this for of loop and the simple for loop that we had seen previously? So let us check that as well. So when we say this particular for loop, so when we use this emmet abbreviation, as you can see we have the index which starts from 0 and then it goes up to the length of the array. So over here we provide the array dot length in this case, and then we have the index plus plus over here. So guys, inside this particular simple for loop we have to access the elements of the array by using the array name, that is arr over here, which is the object, and then inside the open and close square brackets over here we need to provide the index number, which is going to increment after each iteration. So guys, this is the difference. Over here we use the indices, that is the index number of the array, in order to access the array elements one at a time, whereas inside the for of loop simply the array elements will be assigned to this particular iterator over here, which we can use inside the body of the for of loop, and there is no need to increment any of the variable which we were doing in the simple for loop by incrementing the index variable over here. Now guys, one question in this case you might ask, over here it is a constant. So how the iterator is changing after every iteration? So guys, basically the constant is iterator over here, which means we cannot change the iterator inside the body of the for loop. So let us say if you want to add 1 to this particular iterator, so simply we do iterator plus it is equal to 1 over here. So this particular operation should not be allowed because we are trying to change or update the element that we have got from the array over here. So simply we are assigning a value to this particular iterator as a constant value which cannot be changed inside the body of the for loop. So let us check what will be the error this time. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, we have got the error. It says assignment to constant variable. So guys, in this way, once the value from the array is assigned to the iterator, it cannot be changed over here, and you have to use the iterator as it is with the fixed value that is provided initially. And the next time when the control flow comes back again over here, there is a new instance of this particular constant, that is iterator, which will be assigned the other value, that is 2 this time, and then followed by the other elements as well after each iteration. So guys, in this way the for of loop works with the array. Now guys, apart from this, let us check another example with the help of the string variable as well. So what we will do is simply we will define a string over here and then we will say JavaScript in this case. So guys, simply we want to access each element over here. So guys, basically this is a string in this case, and we can also say that this is the array of characters. So every character, that is the first character is J over here, and then followed by A, and then we have V, and so on. All the characters can be accessed by using this particular for of loop over here. So guys, what we will do is simply we are going to define another string, that is text in this case, and we will assign, which will be an empty string initially, and then what we will do is we are going to add each and every character to this particular text with the help of the for loop over here. So every time the iterator, that is this particular constant, is assigned one of the characters from this particular string over here, we will change this from array to string this time. So it is going to iterate through the characters of this particular string variable, and this particular iterator must be appended to the text string over here, and then after that we need a hyphen in this case. So guys, using this particular hyphen, basically we are going to separate all the characters that are present inside this particular string. And then guys, what we will do is, let me just comment out this line of code over here, and outside the for loop simply we are going to print the text string over here, which is going to have all the characters which are separated by this particular pattern, that is space followed by hyphen and then followed by the space character. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, we have all the characters that are getting printed over here on the terminal. We have the J, that is the first character, followed by hyphen, and then we have A followed by hyphen, and so on. We have the other characters as well, one at a time. So guys, in this way, even if you are working with string over here, you can simply use the for of loop in order to access the individual characters of that particular string and use those characters as per your requirements of the project. Guys, apart from this, you can also use the maps and NodeList and the many other objects based on your requirements. So those exercises I'll leave up to you as a homework for you. So comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. I'll see you in the next video, in which we are going to talk about array for each method in JavaScript. So stay tuned.